Hello, and welcome to my channel for news about the reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. Rhea Ripley called out WWE for showing sympathy to a major star on Raw. The Eradicator picked up an impressive victory last week on WWE Raw in a singles match. The 28-year-old defeated Asuka last week on the Red brand but was attacked after the match. Io Sky rushed to the ring to help but was beaten down by Asuka and Kairi Sane. The promotion took to social media today to share a video of the attack last week on Raw and noted that Kairi Sane was emotional. "Poor, a Kerry official is going through it right now." Rhea Ripley responded to the post and objected to the company showing sympathy for Kairi Sane following the attack. Ripley and Io Sky were in a rivalry over the Women's World Championship earlier this year. The two stars battled at Evolution 2025, but Naomi cashed in her Money in the Bank contract to become champion. However, Naomi recently had to relinquish the title due to her pregnancy, and Stephanie Vaca defeated Io Sky at WrestlePalooza to capture the title. Former WWE writer criticizes Rhea Ripley. Wrestling legend Vince Russo recently criticized Rhea Ripley for breaking kayfabe on social media. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo show, the veteran reacted to Ripley posting pictures of herself covered in mist following her battle with Asuka last week on WWE Raw. Russo wondered why the former champion wanted to be presented as dominant, only to post humorous content online. So now she is taking all these pictures covered in the mist, making goofy faces with everybody. Chris, you gotta explain to me. Why? Is it you want to be liked that badly that the stock you are building in this bad Awe character is secondary to people online saying, "Oh, look at Rhea Ripley, she is so funny. Oh, look at this picture." I try to get into their heads and understand. There is no logic to that for me, said Russo. Adam Pearce revealed earlier this week that Ripley and Sky would be responding to the attack by the Kabuki Warriors during tonight's edition of WWE Raw. It will be fascinating to see what the promotion has planned for the storyline in the weeks ahead in the high-octane world of professional wrestling, where storylines, character arcs, and crowd reactions intertwine. Few things provoke as much discussion as the balance between organic audience engagement and scripted emotional manipulation. Recently, WWE superstar Rhea Ripley has sparked a significant conversation by publicly calling out the company for what she describes as unwarranted sympathy share, a term she used to express her concerns about how certain storylines are designed to generate sympathy for performers in ways she feels are unnecessary or forced. Ripley, known for her powerhouse persona and relentless in-ring style, has become a fan favorite largely due to her authenticity and intensity. Yet, despite her meteoric rise, the Australian wrestler has shown a willingness to speak out about aspects of WWE storytelling that she believes compromise the integrity of the product. In a recent interview, Ripley addressed her frustrations, explaining that the company's efforts to engineer sympathy for certain wrestlers can sometimes overshadow talent who genuinely earn audience admiration through performance rather than manufactured narrative. Fans connect with characters because of what they do in the ring, the intensity, the skill, and the stories they create for themselves. I feel sometimes WWE tries too hard to make the audience feel sorry for someone instead of letting their actions speak for themselves, Ripley said candidly. This isn't the first time a wrestler has critiqued WWE's storytelling approach. Over the years, many performers have pointed out that scripted sympathy moments, ranging from staged backstage confrontations to over-the-top promotional videos, can sometimes feel forced. What makes Ripley's critique notable is her position as one of the company's rising stars. Her voice carries weight, both among fans and within the locker room. The impact of sympathy storylines. In professional wrestling, eliciting an emotional response from the audience is essential. Sympathy storylines are a tried-and-true method for creating engagement, especially in long-running feuds. These moments can involve showing a wrestler's struggles, injuries, or personal challenges, aiming to make fans root for them. However, Ripley's contention lies in the execution. She argues that when sympathy is manufactured without narrative justification or audience investment, it risks undermining the credibility of both the storyline and the performers involved. "Fans aren't dumb," Ripley remarked. "They can tell when something is authentic and when it's just a ploy to make them cheer or boo. If you keep doing that, it eventually hurts everyone in the locker room, because then genuine moments don't land as hard. Indeed, This perspective resonates with many long-time wrestling enthusiasts who have grown increasingly critical of certain WWE booking patterns. Overuse of sympathy angles can lead to fan fatigue, reducing engagement and eroding trust in storytelling consistency. For wrestlers like Ripley, whose appeal is rooted in athleticism and presence, the reliance on pity-based narratives may feel like a distraction from what truly matters. Performance quality, Ripley's journey and credibility. Rhea Ripley's credibility in addressing this topic stems not only from her talent, but also from her journey in WWE. Debuting on the main roster with a bold, defiant persona, Ripley quickly earned recognition as a formidable competitor, capturing championships and accolades that cemented her status as a top-tier performer. Her rise wasn't fueled by manufactured storylines or sympathy angles. It was built on skill, consistency, and a strong connection with fans who appreciate authenticity. Ripley's perspective challenges WWE to reflect on how it balances narrative engineering with genuine character development. By calling out the practice of unwarranted sympathy, she implicitly encourages the promotion to trust its performers and the audience, rather than relying on artificial emotional cues. In other words, she's advocating for a product that values integrity over manipulation, a sentiment that could reshape how storylines are conceived moving forward. Industry reactions. Ripley's comments have not gone unnoticed within the wrestling community. Analysts and fans alike have engaged in heated discussions across social media platforms, with opinions ranging from full support to defensive rebuttals. Some argue that sympathy angles are a necessary tool to help newer or less dominant wrestlers connect with audiences, while others agree with Ripley that over-reliance on such tactics diminishes the impact of truly compelling performances. Veteran wrestlers have also weighed in, with several noting that audience perception is often the ultimate litmus test. A character's appeal should be organic, born from in-ring excellence and charisma, rather than scripted emotional manipulation. Ripley's stance aligns with this philosophy, emphasizing that audience investment is most powerful when it stems from admiration rather than orchestrated pity. The fan perspective. Fans have responded with enthusiasm to Ripley's candidness. Social media threads show a mix of appreciation and debate, with many praising her honesty and willingness to challenge the status quo. Comments often highlight her authenticity and point out that moments of sympathy can sometimes feel cheap when applied inconsistently or without justification. For younger fans and casual viewers, the nuances of wrestling storytelling might not always be apparent, but Ripley's critique serves as an educational moment. It draws attention to the complex interplay between narrative design and audience reaction, highlighting the responsibility WWE has to craft stories that resonate without undermining the performer's credibility. Rhea Ripley's call-out may influence WWE's creative approach in the near future. While the company has historically leaned on emotional storytelling as a cornerstone of its product, feedback from respected performers can prompt subtle shifts in booking philosophy. Ripley's message underscores the importance of letting talent shine on their own merits, trusting that authentic performance will naturally elicit audience engagement. Moreover, Ripley's stance may inspire other wrestlers to voice their opinions on creative decisions, fostering a more collaborative environment behind the scenes. In a business where fan perception is everything, feedback from performers who intimately understand both the physical and narrative demands of wrestling is invaluable. Rhea Ripley's criticism of WWE's unwarranted sympathy share is more than just a personal opinion. It's a commentary on authenticity in professional wrestling. By challenging the company to reconsider how it employs emotional manipulation, she invites a larger conversation about the balance between storytelling and performance credibility. As WWE continues to evolve, the voices of performers like Ripley, grounded in experience and authenticity, may shape the future of wrestling narratives. For fans, her message is clear. The most compelling stories are those earned through action, determination, and genuine character development, not orchestrated pity. Ripley's willingness to speak out not only reinforces her role as a top talent, but also champions a vision of professional wrestling where integrity and audience respect remain paramount. In the end, Rhea Ripley is reminding WWE and its fans that true connection comes from authenticity, not from sympathy manufactured on cue. And in a world where every storyline is scrutinized, that message might just resonate louder than any scripted promo ever could.